Vongino-collegists, that's what my fans call themselves. Do not worry about it. And welcome to the Vongino predicament. My name is Steve Vongino. I'm a moderate centrist, bit of a milquetoast fence sitter. I like to be moderate. I like to be central. I like to sit on the fence, eat the milquetoast, drink the milquetoast, do all the whole things. We're having fun. Don't worry about it. I'm a bit of a disaffected lefty, and I still believe in classic liberal values. For example, babies are cute, and you shouldn't rip their spine out in a sort of Mortal Kombat fatality sort of thing. And that's what the libs want to do. Also, they want to make them trans, in addition to the spine thing. So I created this show for other people like me, politically homeless, left adrift in the big sea of tribalist bickering that all modern discourse has become Democrats' fault, to get together and hash out ideas, big ideas, high level, important ideas, the kind of ideas that come up behind you in the park and, quite frankly, beat out of you. You're just walking along, I'm having a good time. Then all of a sudden, bam, an idea comes out and just sweeps your legs under and goes, hey, maybe rich people shouldn't pay so much in taxes, and then runs away. And then you're in the hospital for a couple of weeks because of, thinking. And today we're tackling one of the highest level ideas ever. Namely, should Donald Trump be in jail for being so good at sex he has to pay people to stop telling everyone? Is the former president and A-list movie star's indictment just another blow coming from the woke and, quite frankly, corrupt administration, more interested in kneecapping their chief political rival than they are in solving any of the crimes? And there is so much crime. You go to any Walgreens in San Francisco, more like San Francisco, quite frankly. You want to go buy deodorant? You want to go buy Tide Pods? You want to go buy floss? Guess what? It's all behind glass. And if you want to get it out, you have to suck an employee's dick.
Head game better be on point, too.
Every major American city, and also some non-major ones like Kansas City. You hear that, KC? You're B tier at best. Pick a state and get back to me. All of these major cities have been burned to the ground. Also robbed. Also, there's now a pride parade going on 365 days a year, especially Christmas. And all the people behind it, these hip-hop style Antifa Joe Biden voter thugs, they face no jail time. None. Zero. That's how America is now. You can go out and burn down any of Omaha's top 3 auto zones, and guess what? You get a show on NBC late night. It's after Seth Meyers, but you're still on network. Meanwhile, if all you want to do is go to a Cracker Barrel and pray, they will take your kids away and also force you to run laps until you burn off all the mashed potatoes. The woke establishment machine has indicted Donald Trump, someone I am not a huge fan of. Listen, I'm not some crazy far-right MAGA guy. Stop saying that. I mean, sure, he is perfect and beautiful, and I would like to be cradled in his arms and whispered to as I drift off to sleep, but I didn't vote for him. Well, I didn't vote for him in 2016. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had drank some raspberry brisk that had been left in the sun too long, and I was experiencing some hallucinations. And long story short, I wrote in Michael Dukakis. I mean, of course, I did vote for Trump in 2020, as evidenced by my video, Why I'm Voting for Trump. Are you happy? Please be happy. Please don't stop watching my channel. Please don't threaten to kill me. Please stop mailing me bullets with my name carved into them. I voted for Trump. I love him. I love him so much. Please leave me and my family alone. But I did so reluctantly, okay? I mean, the guy's a bit of a braggart, and some of his ties are ugly. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, God. Edit that out. Edit that out or they're going to start mailing the bullets again. Point is, I'm not the biggest Trump guy. I'm kind of in the middle on him. But I think I can say, as everyone could, he's never broken any law ever. I mean, if he had, they would have arrested him. You can't just go around breaking laws and not get arrested. Especially not when you're public enemy number one. And no one attacked Trump more than the mainstream establishment media. Everyone from Rachel Maddow to Saturday Night Live. I will not call it SNL. Abbreviations are for friends, and that show is no friend of mine. The way they made fun of the former president and also top-level jiu-jitsu star, Donald Trump. Making fun of the way he pronounced hamburgers as hamburgers. There are lines, SNL. There are lines that you do not cross in polite society. The media, so corrupt, garbage, poo, gay, Disney, gay. They can't stop insulting Donald Trump, calling him lewd and lascivious and libidinal and other words that exist. And don't confuse us. Listen, Don Lemon, if that is your real name, when you point a finger at someone, you got 4 fingers pointing right back. You have 3 fingers pointing right back. And 1 pointing at God, who maybe is the real enemy here.
Go investigate God, New York DA. He's paid off more porn stars than anyone.
Donald Trump, who again, I'm not convinced has ever broken any law, like not even jaywalking. And if they had a perfume that smelled like him, I'd bathe in it. I'm a moderate centrist, is being accused of using campaign funds to pay hush money to noted camera sex enthusiast Stormy Daniels. First off, respect to Donald Trump for choosing a more mature pornographic actress. A lot of guys would have gone with someone smaller, like maybe a Riley Reid or a Remy LaCroix, a teeny bopper kind of thing. But Donald Trump went after a thick, busty MILF, maybe even G-MILF, and that shows the kind of high T boy that he is. Also, I'm not convinced he's ever had sex. And not because he doesn't know how. That's silly, okay? Donald Trump knows how sex works. He knows what all the parts are, where they go, what to do with them, and he is properly hydrated enough to execute all of it. But I've always presumed that he's been preserving his essence and only releasing it in small doses. Like when he had to impregnate Melania with Barron, who is currently 9 feet tall, he had her go to the other side of the room, and then he stood in the corner and then yelled, "I shall be released!" And then he just spewed his seed at her. And well, she was in the hospital for a few days and never regained feeling in all of her toes. But I think the results speak for themselves. But the other kids, he actually might have just done normal sex for those. So that explains why they look a little less, cooked. Especially Tiffany. That's a very underdeveloped skull shape there. So I am not willing to concede totally that any of these accusations are true. Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer and allegedly the point man for this whole operation, is a known liar. And also, he always looks like the Charlie Brown sad music is just playing behind him at all times. Yeah, that's the vibe. You're telling me this guy took thousands of dollars in campaign funds, put them in a briefcase, and then gave that to a woman he actually spoke to? I'm not buying it. Stormy Daniels is too much woman for a guy who looks this much like Droopy Dog. I rest my case. I said I rest my case. But that's not enough evidence for the, quite frankly, Gestapo-esque district attorney's office, and more specifically, this man. He's the one behind this whole alleged indictment, which I'm not even convinced is real. I think it's kind of like the moon landing or the female orgasm. I'll believe it when I see evidence. His name is D.A. Bragg, or Da Bragg, as he's known in hip-hop circles.
My man got bars. I'm not racist. You are.
Alvin Bragg, that's his full name, and he looks like he could play a caring father in a black sitcom that whites also watch, like a Family Matters or a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or a Webster. Why don't they make those anymore? What's on TV now? Just like Ted Lasso? God damn it, we used to be a real country. Alvin Bragg campaigned on arresting Donald Trump, on being the one to put the most powerful man who has ever lived behind bars. And they better be good bars too. Donald Trump can bend most normal prison bars with his bare hands. I'm a moderate centrist. It just shows how open this corruption is, that a man can just walk around going, elect me and I will throw my establishment party's chief political rival in jail for money sex crimes. It's disgusting. You should only run on normal common sense things like tax reform or ending circumcision.
Cut me now, you coward.
This is the kind of thing you only see in corrupt dystopian dictatorships like North Korea or Venezuela or Ontario. And it just shows how terrified the corrupt establishment machine, which I rage against, is of Donald Joseph Trump. Also, the J might stand for Jesus. He came into office with the promise of draining the swamp, removing all the corruption and woke garbage that has infested Washington, D.C. to its very core. And let me tell you, after he gave all his kids jobs and then made Rudy Giuliani chief executive in charge of energy or education or something, I don't know, and then built the wall, or at least built portions of the wall. He built some of the wall. Leave him alone. He's very busy. After he did all that, he was able to rest on his laurels, polish all his samurai swords, train in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and allegedly make a porn star come for the first time ever. If anything, Stormy Daniels paid him. Okay, she wrote him a check, and in the memo line, she just put "pipe game strong" in all caps lock. I am a moderate centrist. Did Donald Trump break the law? Maybe. Maybe not. Definitely not. Absolutely not. What even is a law? Don't stop watching my channel. But I think we can all agree that the best way to tackle Donald Trump's alleged crimes is to, of course, arrest Barack Obama. Arrest him for what, you might ask? And then you might be tempted to write in the comments section below exactly why you want to arrest Barack Obama. And maybe don't type all the words that you're thinking right now. And also, thank God that you cannot post in YouTube comments memes of Barack Obama with a bone through his nose and a minion calling him an antiquated racial slur that hasn't been used since the Great Depression. Barack Obama killed a 16-year-old child. And I know I have stated before that 16 years old might not be a child and also might be incredibly fertile. Man, my video on Colin Kaepernick really went in some weird directions. But it's all obviously context dependent. Should a 16-year-old be allowed to get adult married? Yes, but only if her husband is rich enough to own a pork processing plant or at least be shift manager. Should a 16-year-old be allowed to get mutilative surgery and chop off her breasts? Ew, gross. Should a 16-year-old be allowed to go in the other direction and actually make her boobs bigger? Of course. How else are you going to pull down a husband? Okay, Daryl just made night manager at Kroger. Don't be so picky. Also, are there 16-year-old boys? Probably, maybe, who knows, who cares? Well, I guess, no, 16-year-old boys should be allowed to join the military and then drive down to the southern border and just play Morgan Wallen all day while just firing their guns randomly. It only makes sense. And I think that if a 16-year-old is brutally murdered in a bombing raid, then maybe Barack Obama should be put on trial for killing an adult. And also for child pornography. Why not? I think he did co-produce The Boss Baby. Every single president has done crimes. Barack Obama, murder. George W. Bush, murder. Bill Clinton, getting his dick sucked while on the phone with Israel. Jimmy Carter, same thing as Bill Clinton, but he was getting his ass eaten. Ulysses S. Grant, one time got a drunk driving ticket on a horse. True story. Hillary Clinton, never got to be president. Ha ha! Suck it, you dumb bitch! Yet Donald Trump is the one they're pressing these obviously bogus charges on. But guess what, woke Democrats, Wimocrats as I call them? You just signed Joe Biden's pink slip. That's right. As Donald Trump said on his popular show, The Apprentice, you're out of work. It's obvious that Trump is going to get reelected. It's also obvious that Ron DeSantis is going to get a few more years to spend in Florida, which is good. He can use that time to figure out how to make his voice not sound like that. But the American people, the real hardworking folks who drink Coors Light like it's beer and have never gotten over the closing of their local factory that made Calvin peeing stickers, they know that if the FBI can arrest Donald Trump, they can come after anyone. That's right. If you're just a normal guy, like maybe a roofer in Dubuque, Iowa, and you try to use campaign funds to pay off a porn star you had more or less sex with at your hotel/golf course, they coming. If you're an Uber driver in Lincoln, Nebraska, and you try to pressure the governor of Georgia into flipping the 2020 election in your favor, the FBI coming. If you run a small hardware store in Rantoul, Illinois, and you try to get the president of Ukraine to give you oppositional research on your political rival and his well-endowed crackhead son, the FBI's going to arrest your ass. Something they could not have done before Thursday, which was a solid week and a half after Donald Trump said it would happen. So the American people will come out in droves to support Donald Trump now that they see the level as to which he's being mishandled, especially the black vote, especially if he converts to Islam in prison. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I love you. It's scary times out there. All right. The FBI is now a political weapon, a samurai sword ready to cut the head off everybody who dares to oppose the woke regime. But you know who you can show them who's boss? By supporting me. Like and subscribe. The channel, it's down there somewhere around the screen. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn notifications on. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitch. Go join all of those channels down below. I have a Discord. Join the Discord. I have a subreddit. Join the subreddit. Share pornography on the subreddit. Why not? Why not? Post a picture of your balls. Just like a camera right underneath it, and you're smiling, giving a thumbs up to your own balls. I'm also on Patreon. That's right. You can head over to Patreon, and for $5 a month, that is nothing. You can buy a meal of some nature at Wendy's, right? Like $4, $4 or $5, you get biggie bag. Got that biggie bag. Listen, you give me $5 a month, you get a weekly bonus episode. Okay? How exciting is that? Just yesterday, it would be 2 days ago from when you're watching this, but 2 days previous from when you're watching this, I uploaded a bonus episode about George Orwell's 1984. It's book club, baby. Definitely a book I've read. You also get access to polls. You get to answer questions, ask questions. I'll answer them, the whole thing. And most importantly, you get, oh, check it out, an executive producer credit over here. Look at these people. Look at the line chugging along. The credits rolling. I like the credits. I'm singing, but there's going to be music under this, and it's probably going to clash with that. So that was a mistake, and I regret it, and I'm not doing another take. Look at these people. These executive producers, they're the lifeblood of America. Do you understand that? All of these people, and it's unfortunate because they are going to die in the upcoming civil war that we're going to have. You know, they are going to be on the front lines, and that's sad. I don't want them to die. I want everyone to live, but some people got to die. You know, otherwise, Peter Thiel might have to pay his taxes. So some people got to go out, and you could be one of those people just for $5 a month. Donate it. You get that executive producer credit. All right, guys, we had a lot of fun today. I got another video coming down the pike real soon. I love you. And until next time.
$50 to the first person who tries to take.
Shut up and sit down.